Hello, and welcome to True Vast You. I am your facilitator, Marilyn. In today's meditation, I am calling it Meditation 101. I just would like to go over what I hear a lot of people commenting to me is that it's hard for them to meditate. It's hard for them to get out of their head, or there's distractions or noise around. I am purposely recording this without any buffering, meaning I'm not going to have all the noise behind me at a minimum or non-existent. At this time, I'm actually have a person in my home who's going to be walking around. Because in life, in order for you to truly meditate, you don't need a quiet room. You don't need to live in an ashram. You don't need to be in the top of a mountain. Take it, all those things are wonderful. But that's not most of our lives. Most of our lives are filled with busyness, noise, interference. And so the true place of meditation happens when you connect your mind and your heart. And as my teacher has taught me, it's called a mind-heart coherence. And the best tool that we have to implement a mind-heart coherence is the tool that you will need for anything in your life to become balanced, to become centered, to be able to reel yourself back if you're having a real extreme outbreak. I like to call it an allergic reaction to someone's emotions towards you or actions or words. It's your breath. That is the gateway to peace, to centering, to becoming one. And what does that mean, to become one? Becoming one means that you take all aspects of you, all 12 of your systems, your mind, your heart, your body, your physicality, your spirit, your energy, and you make it one. And when you make yourself one, then you're connecting to the oneness that truly is, which is there's one place we all came from, regardless of what you believe. God, Godhead, Mother, Divine Father, the Alpha, the Omega, the universe. It's still, we were all birthed from one. And out of one, many. But out of the many, truly, we're just all one. So if that is way too much for you to grasp, then look at your body as many different parts in one body. So connecting to the oneness is for you to connect all of you into one singular point, which is, again, your breath. So to begin, I ask you to breathe out, to let it all out. And then I ask you to close your eyes. Either you can do this sitting or laying down. A lot of my great meditations were actually done in my car. Because at one time I lived in a very, very huge metropolis. And most of my time was spent driving. And so I made sure that I could teach myself at least to breathe while I was driving. And when I would find a parking spot, how frustrating is that? If anyone knows, living in the New York City or Los Angeles or any other city, that parking is a commodity. And once I would park, I always made myself take 5 minutes. And I would do my breathing again. And I would just become one with all the noise around me, not trying to block it out. If there was people speaking, wonderful. If there was fire truck going by, even better. Because I learned to practice that all I needed to do was breathe. So you breathe in through your nose to full capacity. And once your belly and your chest and everything's at full, you hold it for a count of 3, and then you let it out through your mouth unapologetically. So not part of your oneness is your hearing and your frequency and your vibration of your breath. So when you breathe in, you notice there's a coolness that happens, and your body responds to that coolness that goes through your nose and into your sinus chambers. And that coolness actually drops into your lungs and your belly. And then when you breathe out, your lungs, your belly, and your throat and your breath will be warm. And that is because it received the coolness of the oxygen, and now it's reciprocating with the warmth of the carbon that the trees need back. That's all a part of being one. You being one with the breath in, holding it, breath out. And you should always hold that before your next inhale. And in the beginning, you might get a little tripped up because you can feel, oh, I got to hold it. And for me, my experience is there was a couple of times where I felt just the slightest bit of panic. But that was just because my system was not used to that I was going to breathe in, hold it for 3, breathe out, and then hold that for 3 before I could take another inhale in. So it's just knee-jerk reflexes in the beginning. And once your system gets used to you breathing like this, it will absolutely, within 3 breaths, you will already feel the change. I was taught, and I always experiment with self, that the number 12 in anything is a very high vibratory frequency of a number. And there's something about taking 12 breaths to start your day and 12 breaths to end your day that signals to your body, okay, he or she gets it. We are one, we are safe, we are relaxed, and we can start our day. Or we are one, we are safe, we are relaxed, and now we can end our day. And the body needs to know that you know that it's okay. It's going to still do everything you need it to do. But your endocrine system, when it's not being checked in, like, we're okay, we're breathing, I love you. That's another thing, telling yourself, I love you, even if you don't mean it in the beginning. Those words your body needs to hear. And what happens is that your endocrine system says, oh, they actually believe this, and this is great, so we can relax. So less of the hormones that are produced under duress, stress, anxiety, just that quickness of our life. I just haven't really met anyone, I guess, that lives in a place where there really isn't that quickening. But I believe that even a beautiful farmer who has this beautiful pasture with whatever they're growing or, whatever animals they're farming, there still has to be stress some way, some form, perhaps not as much as a city person. However, we're just so programmed with that quickening. If we listen to the news that is happening around the world, whether we admit it or not, that affects our hormones. That creates an imbalance. So I'm going to invite you now that together we're going to take 12 breaths. It doesn't have to be perfect. Our breaths don't have to sync up. You keep your own timing. I, like a child, like to use my fingers. And once I get to 10, I just put 2 more down once I achieve the 12. So close your eyes, sit, lay down. Don't worry about what's going on around you. And let us begin. Breathe out first. And let us start the beautiful breath that we need. And if you haven't reached number 12 yet, that's okay. Just keep going until your 12 is reached. See, it didn't really matter the noise that was happening in the background. The breath kept you focused and aligned, and without you having to do anything else but that breath, your heart and your mind became one. They formed a coherence. And so next time, I invite you, when you are about to lay down, to end your day, do the 12 breaths and see how much deeper of a restful sleep. And when you awake in the morning, before your feet hit that ground, do another 12 to start your day. And on the way to work, if you drive or take transportation, you can breathe. Maybe you're not comfortable in doing the exhale so loud. But it might get you your seats next to you free on a train or a bus. I thank you for taking these moments out for yourself and for indulging me in being able to share with you just a little bit that I've learned along my journey. Once again, I am Marilyn. This is the true vast you. Please click on to other meditations that are there for you at different timings to help you to start your day or end your day, or a pause in the middle. Thank you so much. Much peace to you all.